Hello guys, how's it going? Welcome to Music Mukbang.
Good.
Hey. Oh my gosh, so today we're talking about Max gets both of the mic.
We will respond and then Max will confirm.
He's been mad. Awesome, so excited to see you guys perform again. Let's start with, you guys go down the line, introduce yourselves, and what instrument you play or part in the band, and then what song you've had on repeat lately.
My name is Tommy McGuire, and I play guitar and I sing. And on repeat, I've Shaking Hell by Sonic Youth.
Okay. Both of them.
I'm Bax. I play drums and song on repeat. The only ones coming to mind is this jazz tune, Bittersweet by Eastern Rebellion.
Okay.
My name is Ryan Skowiak. I play bass and I sing. I have two answers. One is Leap Day by Remember Sports.
Okay.
And then the other is Plastic Flame by Loose 9000.
Nice. Very nice. So recently, I saw you guys play at Ashbury Coffee House way back in December, I think it was. And at that point, Shirts That Bowl had been out for a while. Do you guys have a favorite song to play off of the album?
I'd say for me, there's only a few off there that we actually kept around. I'd say Jardy. We haven't really played it for a while because it kind of ruined my voice after I recorded it.
Oh, no.
So I've been kind of scared to do it again. I mean, all the other songs we've been doing are kind of on the same level, so I'm sure it'd be fine. But
Yeah.
Honestly, we've been playing Oh God the Leaves again for sets because we kind of taken a break from that. But it's actually really fun to play and just like take a break sometimes in the middle of a really crazy set with Oh God.
It's a vibe, for sure.
No.
No opinions, okay. Is there an audience favorite versus your personal favorites? Is there one that the audience kind of...
Clown party.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
we love Clown Party. It's just me. That's one we've been ending with that because it always gets a pretty good response. There's a lot of twists and turns. Even when we don't really nail it, people seem to like it, which
Okay.
is nice as a musician.
Yeah.
I think, but we've been really hitting it recently, so I think people really responded well to that, and we really do like to play that one a lot.
Nice.
It's one of the ones that really hasn't gotten old. I think that's what we can keep around.
And you can keep it kind of fresh and...
Yeah.
switch
We made some recent changes towards the end
Okay.
that really, just add some climax. Yeah, it really ties it together.
Okay.
So we really like, it's been hitting recently.
yeah, I feel like that's the song that we've gotten the tightest at, I think, for whatever reason. But it's I really like having it at the end of the set because if we don't do good for the rest of the set, then it's at the end. Yeah. Right? Okay.
That makes sense, for sure. And you recorded that album. Was there anything in particular from that process of either writing or recording that you learned, aside from taking care of your voice when recording it?
I think the main thing is to not go crazy over it. I spent we've been together for 5 years, and that's kind of when I started writing it. And in the last 2 years of that, we have to start recording it, and I just got so nitpicky over the timing and quality of everything, and it just kind of ruined the enjoyment of it. I don't even like listening to a lot of it just because of it, and it just wasn't fun, and it wasn't kind of what I got into this in the first place for.
Sure.
So definitely in the future, I'm just kind of live recording, hopefully.
Ooh, yeah, that would be cool. And yeah, I feel like it's hard when you're like in that zone. You're like so focused. I feel like you can get in your head really easily, and it can kind of like go down that like road where it's like so intense. But that makes sense. So for sure.
I think the big thing is really knowing what you want going into it. There were certain things, not really with that album as much, but in some other recordings we've done, setting, especially being separated, because I'm down here
Right.
and they're up in Joliet, so it's like a 2-hour travel time for me. So sometimes we've gone in and we do a session, and either we don't get what we we don't record well. Well, also that just comes with being a better musician. I think that we've all grown a lot, and just being able to execute
Yeah.
when you go into the time that you say you're going to go into it has been really helpful. But then also just knowing what you want and getting in there so we don't end up making too many changes and doing things over multiple sessions. They could just be, and then also live recording would help a lot with that. We all come in prepared,
Right.
sit down, track it,
Yeah.
run it over and over again. So we feel that we've really captured something that's worth
Yeah.
putting out.
And studio time is expensive too, so you want to be.
We get lucky with these guys being in school.
Yeah.
We got a
Oh.
really nice studio
That's
for
good.
really accessible.
Yeah. For sure. Pros of being in school and also being a musician. I know we debate that a lot on Music Mukbang of like, do you go to college or do you not? But there's definitely pros and cons to each. So.
It's really interesting because, like, we've been doing more of the live recordings, and I think that honestly makes it a more concise song. It makes it like seem like we really get the point of it across. Sometimes when we do those songs, it's like, hey, what if we did this here? Or what if this was here? And what if this was here? And then we just like add on a bunch, and it's like, okay, well now we created this really layered, intricate thing, and that's cool. But like playing that live is gonna be not like feasible at all. So then and then it's like, well, cool, we just wrote that, and now we're gonna put it on streaming services for a couple people to listen to. But like the streaming isn't really where we like do it. Like we get the most fulfillment out of coming out and playing shows for the community.
For sure. So do you think for future releases that will really be like the forefront of like how you're going about constructing a song then is with a live show in mind?
I
think it's just like whatever makes the best song.
Sure.
For us. Like we want to make good songs.
Yeah.
I think the main thing on the recording, just to kind of cap that off, is what I'm thinking about the live recording and like thinking about doing is like in the end you got the song, you're happy with it. Then you're happy with the song, but I feel like kind of what I was saying with Fritz at Hole. When I listen to it, all I can think about it is spending like so many hours just getting it right. But it's so much better just listen to a song and saying, I remember just being in that room and like actually capturing that, and it makes it a truly special thing rather than something you just kind of put piece by piece together.
You love playing live shows. What is the most fun set that you've done lately? Or it could be all time.
I think we all have the same answer for this.
It's gotta be Spice Rack.
Spice Rack is literally like one of the crazy shows. We're playing the Sweet Hook and Cause and Control.
Very cool.
Like just the musicianship from Cause and Control and the energy that Sweet Milk commanded with just like the two of them. And like, oh my lord, like that was one of the crazy shows. And like, you know, as a performer, it's so rewarding to like put energy out and then see it return. So then like I go out and I'm jumping and then I just see the sea of people jumping with me and I'm like, okay, we're out here together now. You know?
Yeah, for sure. I feel like that audience participation is like everything. Yeah, for sure. So this is something I ask every guest on Music Mukbang. Do you guys have a dream venue that you would like to play?
I want to play the skate park really bad. Like it just seems like so much fun. I saw a post the other day on I forget who was on the bill, but it seems like so much fun.
Yeah.
Just being just skating.
It's a vibe for sure. I love it.
I agree. Skate park like Sunday Cruise and people have both done skate park shows and it's so rad. It's like they're doing a show and then in the pictures. Mid trip and it's like, wow, that's awesome.
I was gonna say that's a good point too. Is like you have some sick photos to like put on your Instagram and stuff.
A dream venue. I wouldn't. Nothing necessarily coming to mind, but we've definitely been in talks of even just throwing together like a tour of just like random, just a string of shows, 5 to 7. And I think just like I've been really just thinking about that lifestyle or that like just experience recently. So really what's going on.
For sure. I feel like a lot of times like those like tours, even if they're like small, just a few shows or something, I feel like there's always something you learn from it. Whether it be good, whether it be bad, like it's always
be broken, play music with your friends. It's magical no matter what.
Yes, exactly.
We played a show at the Garage in Bloomington with this band Shadowwork, and they were from Denver.
Okay.
And they had so many stories of like, oh, we traveled, you know, some spots in Europe for like a couple of weeks, and then they're going back. But they were just like, just go out and do it. And it's just really cool because they all saw, I was like, what is your like job situation? It's like, I'm a bartender at a jazz bar. And they just like, let me take off. And I'm like, that's so cool.
Yeah.
And it's just something to look forward to if we can put that together.
Gotta do it. Cool. And so is it true that Tommy and Bax, you guys met at a skate park? Is that the Bowling Shirts lore?
That's where we really got to be friends. We met in middle school. Bax transferred over from Mount Greenwood. The 7th grade. We went to St. John Fisher. That's in Chicago. And it was really cool. We didn't really talk a whole lot. Really just about like Green Day.
Hey, Green Day still rocks to this day. I don't care.
We were like both coming into similar music tastes at the time, getting into like playing. I was actually playing guitar at the time too, and we were just like in passing, kind of talking about things.
Nice.
Yeah, but then later we met up at the skate park, and it was cool.
So I feel like it really would be a full circle moment to do a show at a skate park then, right?
Sure.
The beginnings of Bowling Shirts. So then my question is, where did the name Bowling Shirts come from? Why wasn't it like the skating shirts or?
I had our first song that I dropped. It was "Oh God, Leaves Are Falling," and I had the song. And I was like, okay, I need a band name, and then I figured a good band name should be something that's like well known, but this is really dumb. I was just so stupid.
Okay.
I was just like, everybody, most people wear clothes. So like, most people will be able to relate to this. So I was going to do the button-ups.
Okay.
And then I looked up on Spotify the button-ups, and there were like 4. And then I was like, no. So now with the Bowling Shirts, because I like my godmother, bowling shirt. So I just did Bowling Shirts. And I think it's for the best. I mean, the Bowling Shirts that's questionable already, but the button-ups would have been a step too far.
Okay. Well, I don't blame you at all. I feel like more bands should Google the name that they're going to go with before they do it, because if it is something super general, you try to like find them as they're like emerging into the scene, and you're like, okay, there's like 8 of them. How do I know which one's you? So like, totally props to you for thinking through that.
Only regrets are the full lowercase.
Okay.
I need to figure out how to change that.
Okay, got it. So you mentioned "Oh God, the Leaves Are Falling." That was a song that was written very, very early on. Do you feel like you still can relate to the meaning? Does the meaning change as you get older? Does it kind of change as you play it more?
Oh.
I mean, when I listen to it, I don't think specifically about what was going on then.
Okay.
I think so. I think it definitely comes with me. I changed the lyrics up a little bit,
Yeah.
so I think that, like at least on the new version that we have on the album, because they're two different ones.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd say I don't really think too much on it. But if I listen to it now, it's definitely related to present situations.
Yeah.
But it's not really.
So it stays kind of relatable no matter what point in your life you're at.
Yeah.
So it makes sense. Okay. All right. So let's go down the line and let's say what strings, picks, sticks, brands you use that you're playing.
I play Ernie Ball strings,
Okay.
the green pack. I
Nice.
think that's just like the regular one. And then usually it's in my pocket right now. Maybe.
Oh yes. It
It's
was
the one with the I kind of swap between them, but any one of the dumb ops that have the turtle on them.
Okay.
Or tortoise. It's dumb op tortex.
Okay.
And the kind of like I don't know what you call it, a gauge or whatever. It doesn't really matter. It's gotta have it's gotta have the tortoise.
It's gotta
on
have
it.
the tortoise.
It
Okay.
doesn't-
That's the key.
If it don't got turtle, I don't want it.
I don't really, the sticks I have right now I think are percussive innovation. They're really busted. They're just something my professor, my lessons teacher gave to me. I usually go with Vic Firth. I think when I need to get some more not busted tips,
Okay.
and then I think I'm gonna go with some Vic Firth. I'm gonna try the EG6. This is more better for like jazz stuff.
Nice.
Singles, I've got a Zildjian K. I just got this really nice Istanbul jazz ride. I've been getting a lot of compliments about that. Some drummers, especially to my booming team guys, they'll be like, let me take a look at this. Yeah, people love that cymbal. And yeah, that's what I do some Zildjian. Those Istanbuls. Anything hand hammer is really
Gotcha. All right.
I got the one that I normally use, which I have no idea where I went, is called the Big Stubby.
Okay.
That one's really thick. I've actually been having a better time playing on the dumb look with the alligator on it.
Okay.
I think it's 4.5 millimeter.
Okay.
But since I'm playing bass, I got bigger strings, so I need like
Sure.
a bigger pick. So
Something
that's what I
sturdy.
I wish you could see that.
It's pretty faded. I lose that pick. I lose all my picks, and then I have one pick left, and I'm like, this is the chosen one.
There
you go.
I make it last for
Yes.
years.
Yes, for sure.
It looks just like the one from the games, the Hungry Hungry Hungry. Like copyright laws. That's odd.
All right. So, aside from this show, do you guys have any upcoming shows that you're gonna be playing? Anything that you wanna chat about?
Yeah, so we have a couple more out in the area actually. 2 house shows, which I mean, we're really looking forward to them. Just love that scene. We've got Animal Farm next Friday. That's at the old barn house.
Nice.
Those guys actually, I met one of them at a house party. He was like, I want to do a venue. And I was like, how can I help you? And then we eventually connected again. I went to his place and he was like, we can do something here. Oh, we also have the old barn house. And I was like, oh, what?
Barn house.
The barn house.
This is great. And then they just asked a few questions about where you get your sound system from. They're talking about between Jamtown or borrowing it.
Mhm.
I helped to put together Speakeasy last year. It was a
Okay.
similar situation. Just some friends wanted to put something together,
Right.
and we just borrowed it from the Mirror. Keaton and Jess and all those guys, they were great. I think these guys brought up Treehouse. So Animal Farm next Friday, short answer. And actually Treehouse the Friday after that.
Perfect.
So that'll be fun.
Champagne or band of regulars at this point, right?
Yeah.
Exactly.
You guys go crazier than anyone else.
Exactly. It's the place to be, right? All right. Where can everyone follow you so they can keep up to date on all these shows?
At the Bowling Shirts on Instagram and thebowlingshirtsband.com.
All right. Perfect. Website. All right. We're gonna get into some speed round questions here. All right. Bowling or pool? Pool. Okay. I feel like that's kind of
That's the last one.
yeah.
I might have to go bowling.
I think I'm actually the one too.
Okay, there you go.
Cool. That was a good
Alright,
That's a really good question.
pizza or wings?
Pizza.
Pizza?
Pizza.
I gotta go from this. I love blue cheese.
There you go. Ooh. Alright, big venue or small venue?
Small.
Okay. And if you're, oh, sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, I would say small for now.
Small, nice. Okay, and then if you're at a house show, basement or yard?
I never done that.
Ooh.
We're gonna do it, right?
We were gonna do
We're
a
gonna-
yard at my place, Ohio.
Okay.
As a yard.
Gotcha.
We were gonna do that, and then the weather didn't work out. But yeah, I'd say basement. So.
Nice.
I would also say basement.
Alright, Riggs or Goose Island?
Oh, Riggs. I had Riggs once and I liked it.
There you go. That's all you need.
No comments on that.
Okay.
Who's on?
Driver or passenger if you're on a road trip?
Driver.
I could do either. I do like to just sit though.
I was gonna say, most of the time I'm the driver, but I love being a passenger for this.
There you go. Alright, flying or driving?
Driver.
Driving.
Driving.
Yeah, no, I'm scared of flying right now.
I feel like it's also the very Midwest answer, right? Like, oh, is the drive less than 10 hours? Okay, like,
Yeah.
driving, obviously. Alright, window or aisle? Whether it be on an airplane or a car?
Window.
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 I like the window because then I can look out and turn on the music.
There you go. That's the way to do it, right? Alright, Hawaiian shirt or bowling shirt? If you're putting together a fit.
We'll go on the shirt, I think.
Alright.
Bowling shirt.
Ah, alright. Well, thank
Stuff on
you.
envelope.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you. Thank you guys so much for being on Music Mukbang. I'm so excited to hear you guys play tonight. And yeah, thank you everyone for listening. And thank you guys for hosting.